Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to round 15 of Queensland Premier Rugby. My name is Martin Lippier, and this afternoon we are deep in the Dragons' lair at Old Mac Oval, where Sunnybank are hosting East. These two last met in round 4, and the Dragons came away with a convincing 41-14 point win. Since then, both teams have fought their way to 6 wins. The Dragons sit in third, coming off a disappointing performance against West last week. We will see them return. We see the return of star halfback Isaac Fines-Olivasa today and the promise of a more confident outfit in front of the home crowd. If last week was disappointment for Sunnybank, then it was absolutely shattering for the Tigers, who lost a nail-biter to Norths. Prior to last week, they were on a 3-match winning streak, crawling their way back into finals contention. From here on out, it's a fight for survival if you want to make finals, and the best way to play catch-up is by having a look at this week's edition, round 14 of The Breakdown, hosted by Malia Ivory.
Welcome back to another episode of The Breakdown. My name is Malia Ivory, and what a display of rugby it was on the weekend as round 14 kicked off. Some incredible upsets we've seen, so let's check out the results. Bond took down the defending Premier's Brothers 18-17 in a nail-biter. North surprised East with a 29-24 victory at David Wilson Field. Jeeps stunted South's finals chances with a 52-33 victory. And the Bulldogs show they still have some bite at Skyfleet Stadium as they took out Sunnybank 35-17. My highlight for round 14 has to go to Bond with that amazing victory over Brothers, and it was this try by Ty Ford that caught my eye.
Advantage is over.
Great stuff there by Bond. Now let's check out the fixtures for round 15. Jeeps host Bond at Yoku Road. Souths take on University at Chipsy Wood Oval. In our secondary live stream, Norths host Brothers, while in our game of the round, Sunnybank take on East at Old Mac Oval. A special mention to Souths this weekend, who host their Old Boys Day, as well as Norths, who are hosting their Family Day. We're on the road to finals in the last 4 weeks of the competition, so be sure to get out to your local rugby club and support grassroots rugby at its best. But if you can't get down to your club, be sure to check out our live streams live and free at redsrugby.com.au. My name is Malia Ivory, and this has been another episode of The Breakdown. Enjoy round 15, and we'll see you next time.
All right, once again, good afternoon and welcome to Reds TV live coverage of round 15 for the Queensland Premier Rugby competition. This afternoon, we're bringing you all the action from Old Mac Oval, where Sunnybank are hosting East. My name is Martin Lippier, and joining me in commentary is Jay Borstorton. Now, Jay, in light of the cursed round 14 that was last week, where teams that needed something were denied, how high are the stakes? And welcome.
Thanks for having us, Marty. But yeah, in regards to the stakes for today, it is do or die. Sunnybank and East are both really got a big task ahead of them going into the final few weeks, rolling into the finals, especially the Tigers. And after last week's performance against Norths, they cannot drop a match.
Well, building on that, it's third v fourth today. They sit 1 point apart. Now, we're going to go into this in a little bit more detail later, but on a scale of 1 to 10 for both teams, how important is a win today when we have finals as the grand picture?
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 15. It is that that vital, that especially the Tigers.
You did not pass senior school maths.
No, I think I nailed it pretty well, actually. But that's what I'm trying to tap into, is the fact that for the Tigers, with doggies nipping at their heels, it is vital they come away today. And for Sunnybank, who really want to be in the mix, they need to get up there as well.
Yep, absolutely. And we go no further. We're going to look at the ladder here. And obviously, riding away ahead is UQ on 55 points, unanswered this season. An absolutely phenomenal winning streak there, 12-0. Jeep sit at second on 37 points. The Dragons on 31 at third. East on 30 at fourth. And then West at 27, sitting at fifth, with South, Brothers, Norths and Bond at 23, 22, 18 and 11 respectively. Now we shuffle across and we look to our wonderful Snakes chart, which kind of gives a look at how all these teams are going. And we can see, Jay, it's unbelievably close there. You know, between from Brothers up to Jeeps, you know, if we were looking at this in years past, there was never a spread this close. This is just unbelievable.
No, I mean, we say it week in, week out, just how congested this middle of the table really is. I mean, you've got Uni, we don't even just talk about them because there's no need to. They're always up there. But it's that middle 6 or 7 that are absolutely just going hammer and tong, and they're the teams that are fighting it out to make sure they're there in a few weeks' time.
And when we're going to refine this graph a little bit more, and this highlights. People said coming into this season, oh, it's going to be the closest season ever. But when you look at something like this, it really has been. And you can see these two have been, tangoing their way across the season when it comes, with each other. And it's completely come to a head here in round 14. And it was like I said earlier, it was the cursed round. The Dragons lost to West, and the Tigers lost to North, so they haven't really moved at all on the tables, and they've stayed as close. And we can see this now, and we're going to have a look at a glance. Obviously, the back 9 here, and the Dragons, they had the win in round 10, the bye, the loss against TUQ along with everyone else. They had the win against South in round 13, and then the loss to West last week. And obviously, we've got the Tigers today, but then they've got a pretty hard trot with Jeeps. Norths, who, they're the hot and cold team of the season. They either are there in spades or they're there with nothing. And Brothers, they're not having the best season.
No, they're not. I mean, as you just said, Brothers aren't having the best season, but they're still dangerous. Same with North. Jeeps, they're on second in the ladder for a reason. And then the Tigers today, they're wounded after last week, and they're going to be coming out, pouncing, ready to attack. And
we fast forward, we check out the east sides of things, and we see here round 10, the loss. They had 3 good wins, then the loss last week to Norths. And, I spoke to both coaches before the game, spoke to Anthony Nelson, and he just said Norths were more they were hungrier. They just wanted that win more. They were everywhere on the day, and, had to go off to them because they brought it.
Yeah, 100%, and you could see it from there as well. They were on a 3-game winning streak. They were coming back into really good finals contention, and they let their guard down. North had some guys coming back, your Reece Stewarts and Tim Crees and stuff, and they just got them. That's what there was, but they can't have that today because they've got the toughest run leading into the finals of any team.
And obviously we're talking about going into finals now. We're going to see how much this holds true. We're going to put up with what was your top 4 pick when you did your extended version of the breakdown a few weeks ago. Now, sticking by it?
Oh, I don't know.
Come on, no, yes or no, or forever hold your peace.
To stick up for myself, the top 4 that it is right now, but to be brutally honest, West have got every chance. Sunnybank are only 4 points. No, I think West might be able to.
They have got the bit of footage on here. Now, Brendan Saucetel caught up with Liam Wright, under 20s, Australian under 20s, household name. And we're going to catch up with him, so some good things to talk to me.
About it, so to be back here at home at Tigerland, haven't been back. Yeah, it's been good. There's a lot of strong. To be able to slide back in there last week, came off the bench with I think we had 5 back rows and doing it, and it's a good place. These next 3 games, not too much about what they're going to throw us and to try and shut them down on our D hard, and then come through with our.
Up there. Now we're going to move. Richie Achong came across former. So he's starting, and he's been. So I think we can. And we're going across. He had big. Was a big part of this East side last year in the 2016 season. It's Simon Gregg from East. And, with regular starters, Tim Smith and Billy Thompson unavailable, he's been promoted to the starting scrum half position, and it's not something that's strange to him.
No, not at all. He is a very good player. Last week, obviously, losing Tim Smith was massive. Billy Thompson being out is huge as well.
He had to get all 3 of his hamstrings put back on 2 days ago.
Oh, that's absolutely terrible. That's actually last year in his Brisbane City NRC debut, Tim Smith actually did the exact same injury. So, unfortunately, he's pretty injury prone in that extent, so we wish him all the best to make sure he does get a good speedy recovery because he is a great player. But Simon Gregg coming into the fold, his gig up against Isaac Fines Lelawassa, it's going to be the hardest job in Queensland Premier Rugby, but I back him in.
It'll
as
be
long
up
as he
there
sticks
because
in there.
the thing is, I was speaking to both coaches, and it seems one of the flavours of this season has been 9 and 10 combinations, and Greg Tibbetts playing against Fine Strawn. They play a bit differently, but I think it's going to be a really good competition. Now we're going to move a little bit further forward here, and we're going to have a look at a team list. So let's start with the home side. Obviously coached by Damon Virtue. Let's have a look at the front row. In the props, we've got Franco Abdallah and Fio Futuaika at hooker. We have Muli Sue Melalagi in second row, Brendan Mitchell and Nathan Den Hurt. In the flankers position, we've got Josateki Murray and Chaz Mahina. At number 8, Jeffrey Farmer-Silly. Now at halfback, he's come back. No, I think it's going to be a big welcome to the team. Isaac Fines at number 10-5-8. Jake Strawn on the wings. Junior Lalawifi and Richie Achong in the centres. Isaac Lucas and Kimami Situati. And at fullback, Jake McIntyre.
Now rolling over, having a look at the East Tigers visiting today. At props, we've got Braden Schiller and Richie Asiata. At hooker, Andrew Reddy. In the second row, the ever-present Tyrell Barker and Sam Fatal. In the back row, Max Allen, Liam Wright and Tyrone Pritchard coming in for a late scratching Michael Gunn. In the halves, as we just said, Simon Gregg and Logan Tibbetts. On the wings, David Yabsley and Navi Tico. In the centres, Alfonso Oromaya and Toby White. At the back, Owain Davies, coached by Anthony Connellan.
Rightio, and obviously, Club Rugby. We'd like to make a special mention to the sponsors who support club and grassroots rugby, including Sunnybank's major sponsor, Car Record, and East major sponsor, Cromwell. Well, we've done pretty well here, Jay. I think we have gone through most of our pre-match content. I really want to bring it back to the ladder that we had up earlier in. And it's really interesting stuff here. You know, I think it's fair to say you can leave UQ out of this, but it is so unbelievably close between these two sides that I think it's really, the foot race is essentially going to be between the Tigers, the Dogs, and the Crows for fourth place. You know, looking at what's coming up and where people are right now, statistically, I think they are the three teams that cannot afford to drop anything here on out.
Not at all. Souths especially, they can't drop a single match. The Dogs, they've got the bye today, but East have theirs in a few weeks' time as well as a tough run home. And then obviously looking forward, the Tigers, they're the ones that are in the most danger. Losing last week has put a massive spanner in the works, and they need to make sure they're in it today. Otherwise, it's going to be a humongous effort rolling into the finals.
And, you know, we talked about the games that will be coming up for these teams in the near future. And, you know, just at a glance, when you look at what Sunnybank's got coming up, they've got East, Jeeps, Northern Brothers. In my opinion, I think today's going to go either way. Either team could come out the winner today because on paper they're very, very similar teams. Against Jeeps, I am probably going to sit in the corner of Jeeps for that one because Jeeps, they've slowly been finding a full 80 minutes of game time on the field. And then with Northern Brothers, I feel like they should be wins to an informed Sunnybank side.
I mean, yeah, they should be, but we've said it so many times this year that they should be, and then it's happened. It happened last week.
Well, notably about both of these starting sides, they have really refined their backlines now. They know what their backlines are and what they need to be. And unless it's been a force of change, like, you know, Tim Smith coming out and Simon Gregg going in, or across for Sunnybank, Fines jumping into the cockpit with, Situati and Achong jumping in. It's nothing but upgrades. They're upgrading, and they're getting to the point now where we're not going to see big rotations of players leaving the field and leaving the teams because they need to make sure their formulas are set.
100%. As you said, the only additions they're going to be putting in there are good additions. Richie Achong and Kimami Satauti. You know, these guys are international level standard players. You know, Kimami Satauti's played Super Rugby, obviously the Samoan Sevens with Richie Achong. So these are guys that when you bring them in, they're going to know your structures, know them well, and absolutely knock it on the head. So there's no danger there at all.
Awesome. And refereeing today's match is none other. Oh, and Sunnybank straight into it. Advantage to the Tigers inside the 40-metre line. Shane Barr out there. So it's going to be straight off the bat here. It'll be a scrum to the Tigers in a good attacking position.
And this will be really interesting to see here, Marty. Obviously, last week, East were doing very well at scrum time, but they did lose Carter Rosane and they've brought in Braden Schiller. They don't lose too much, but they've pushed Richie Asiata, who's very versatile, to the tight head side. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes, especially against this big Sunnybank pack.
Rightio, if you are watching us on Facebook, thumbs up if you think the Dragons are going to come away with the win. Love hearts if you think the Tigers are going to be victorious in today's match of the round here. Tigers working it through the hands now. At the back is Greg. Greg flicks it out, finds Reddy. Reddy goes through. Greg off the back again. He's going to fly it out. Stray pass. It'll get cleaned up. Tigers still in attacking form. 38 metres out. Greg does well. Finds Asiata.
Thank you, 13.
Advantage. A little bit of an offload. Max Allen will take it in.
13 green. Offside.
And that'll be a penalty against Siduati being offside here. So the Dragons are going to be under the pump a little bit. It looks like the Tigers, they're looking for 7 points, Jay.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it looks like they're going to plug the corners there and really back their forwards in. You know, their set piece has always been very strong, but, you know, this is a great set piece from the Sunnybank side, so good on them to be able to go forward for it. All right.
And we're away here. The Dragons, they've managed to come away with the ball. Flick it out through the hands. They go. Oh, and that's some great space there. Pulling away is a Chong. A Chong showing his sevens ability. That'll be advantage to the Tigers. I think Achong might have got in a bit of trouble there for not releasing. Greg sends it out the back. Kicking for the line will be Tibbetts, and he'll find it.
Great net gain there from the Dragons. Obviously got that turnover ball. Great effort from the covering winger. I don't think I got a chance to see who it was, but got that turnover. But Richie Archong, first touch Premier grade today, and he's just absolutely lit him up and gone 80 metres. So he's dangerous. You can see it right there.
Suemanalagi throws in. They find Mitchell in the middle. Barker will try and contest it, but Mitchell does well. Strawn through the hands. Oh, and that will be a knocked on ball. Oh, and he's straight onto it. Pulling away. There goes Pritchard. He does very well.
Clear release.
And the Tigers have come out of the block screaming today.
Massive effort from Tyrone Pritchard there to make that hit, get up, and then get that.
But this was the thing. Dragons sat there. They just looked at it and went, oh, no, we knocked it on. And then Pritchard just picked it up and took all of it. But that'll be a wasted opportunity. Won't find the line. McIntyre puts in a bit of a right foot punch himself. And it won't find the line. But coming back into the attack will be Yabsley. Greg flicks ones out. Oh, Pritchard does so well. Scrambles for some metres. Greg down the short side. Through the hands it goes. Here's Schiller. Greg at the back. Dragons are trying to turn it over, and they'll get there.
Huge effort from Franco Abdullah there. Just a young fella, only out of the Colts program just last year, but that's why he was playing Queensland under-20s last year. He's big, he's strong, but he's also incredibly mobile. Great effort there.
I have to say, the Tigers have come out swinging here in the opening 5 minutes, and I think this will be the first time that the Dragons are going to get out of their half and actually be in an attacking position.
Yeah, I mean, they had that last line out, dropped the pill. If it wasn't for that initial Richie Archong run, they'd be burying their own red zone. So this is a big line out, though. Their last one was a bit scratchy. Brendan Mitchell moving into the second row. No David Finlay-Hanaway, so this is a huge one here.
Flicks it in, they go out the back, successfully through. Fines, flicks it out. There's Strawn. Strawn offloads, hits Farmasuli, who's loitering in the centres. Fines goes again. This time it'll be Dan Hoyt. Going through, he'll go opt to go himself, Chaz Mahina. Bit of a loose ball, and the Tigers snatch it up. Good work by Tibbetts. Down the far side, Tyrell Barker. The big tall timber tries to put a bit of a fancy step on, but he gets wrapped up. Greg, flat ball to Reddy, but it'll be dropped.
2 knocks.
And there we go.
First one's blue.
The handling thus far has been a bit scratchy from both sides there. Andrew Reddy, the guy that you really would not expect to drop that pill. Well, not Andrew Reddy, sorry, Braden Schiller dropped the pill there, but it's also happened from the Dragons. So whether or not it's a bit greasy out there from the rain yesterday, who knows? But
well, I think it's going to be. I think the most interesting thing is going to be watching how the ground holds up from the scrumming, because it's a wonderful clear winter's day today. But we had 20 mils come down this side of town yesterday, and I can't help but think there's going to be a few extra pair of metal studs in that.
Oh, you'd want to hope so. If not, you're going to be going backwards.
Fines. Feeds it. Dragons, they're slowly going forward. Farmer's silly. Dribbles it at the back.
Let's come up, fellas.
And I think we're seeing the products of a long season of scrumming, and the Tigers knew hold the binds, just don't break it out. So it'll be interesting to see how long they can keep this up.
This is a big battle on this near side here. So Braden Schiller and Feo Fotuaika, two guys almost at different ends of their career. Fotuaika's only sort of mid-20s, but very experienced, Australian schoolboy, Queensland country and Brisbane City, that sort of experience up against a young fella of Braden Schiller.
Well, a very young Reds outfit last night got it done, so I don't think age is any substitution for ability. And last night was St George Queensland Reds wore special Indigenous round jerseys. Jerseys were designed by Queensland Rugby Union's future Indigenous leaders, and they will be going up for auction. For all information, head to redsrugby.com.au and get yourself a piece of Reds memorabilia history. But the Dragons now pushing their way in close. Finds at the back. He'll flick it out. Find the hands of Abdallah. Abdallah, one-on-one against Pritchard. Wild pass goes wide. McIntyre puts the chip in. Is the man going to get there? Running away is Laloifi. Oh! Does he get there? And he will.
He's got it. That's an absolute ripper.
And great lines of communication between McIntyre and Laloifi. And we're going to come back here to the double take replay. And we're going to be able to watch it all unfold in front of us. Yep, and we see them come through. Ball goes a bit wide. McIntyre does so well. Thinks right on the tips of his toes. Puts it into the corner. And Max Allen will be filthy about that one, Jay, that he just didn't give it that little bit extra because Laloifi came through and just sniped it from underneath him.
I think he was a bit complacent there. Did a great effort getting over there, but then obviously thought it was going to roll out. And Junior Laloifi, we saw his try in the first ever grand final of the NRC where he lit him up from 50 metres out. Don't give him a sniff because he's going to take it and then some.
That'll be Jake Strawn. Sideline. 30 metres out. Strikes. It's flying high. He won't have the beans. So, Sunnybank ahead 5-0 here in the 10th minute of, I think it's fair to say, Jay, this is the make or break. It's either survive or die for your finals hopes.
100%. Both these teams, you can see when they're holding on to the pill, they are hungry.
Ball goes up, and it's a little bit straight out the back. And it'll be knocked on Looks like that'll be Sully.
Tough call there on Tyrell Barker. I thought he got past Brendan Mitchell there and was able to knock it back, but Shane Barr obviously saying he knocked it on. But big opportunity for the Tigers here. If they can put a good shunt on, try and disrupt the spill for Isaac Fines-Lelawasa, because I reckon these Dragons boys are going to be looking to run it from here.
Well, that's what I was going to move forward and say. You know, with the likes of, you know, Richie Chong sitting out on that wing, we've already seen what he can do. He's the kind of guy you don't want to give him space. Well, he had a little bit there, and he moved it right to the other end of the field. So they've got a confident kicking game in Strawn, and they've got a confident running game with numerous backs. Fines, checks Bar, gets the all green, off he goes.
Use green.
Fines, flicks it out, finds Strawn. Strawn goes through the hands. McIntyre puts it onto the toe again. It'll come down, gets scooped up nicely by Yabsley. Yabsley goes one-on-one with Lalawifi, and he'll get the better of him. Greg from the back. Greg flicks it out. They're going to keep working it down the sideline. Can they get there? But he'll be taken out. Toby White. And it'll be a Sunnybank line out, 40 metres out from their own line.
Good intent there from the Tigers, though, trying to get it onto those outside edges, because Toby White is the guy that needs to straighten their play here. Him and Horomia in those centre positions there. They're big centres, very experienced. They need to be putting that front foot ball on.
Well, I think it's fair to say that the East back line has hands down been one of the best back lines in the competition this year. And I'm excited to see them match up against Sunnybank today and see who's going to come out on top. Oh, and there we go. A little bit unsuspecting. The Farmer Sully, he'll grab it and take it to the ground. Fines. Snipers through to Strawn. Strawn offloads. It's a good run. Fines. Puts in a little bit of a flat box kick. Finds a bit of space. It's going to roll away. And we'll find Davies, who links up with Yabsley. Yabsley. Bit of a right foot snap, but he'll find the sideline.
Great kick there, though. It was a bit ugly off the boot for Isaac Fines-Lelawasa there, but he found the space, found the green, and then made them bury it out of their own half.
Damon Virtue said it. He said that, you know, it was such a big loss not having him there for the last 2 rounds, because he was the pin in the hinge between the backs and the forwards for Sunnybank, and says Matt's a dramatic difference when he's on the field with them. There you go, Strawn, inside ball. Oh, they're going to need to try wrap him up and get him onto the deck. Fines, flicks it out. There's Mitchell. Mitchell go himself. He's backed up by Den Hook. Oh, and that's some fancy footwork from Isaac Lucas. Fines again, he'll swing it out. There's Mahina. Mahina will take it in, Ready. Ready will sit on the side of the breakdown. Strawn, has he got the options again? Oh, there's McIntyre. McIntyre goes one-on-one with Tuttle, who's still brandishing that sensational mustache, followed up by a good run from Farmer Sully. Fines. Round the back, does well, finds Siduati. And there we go. That was a piece of brilliance from Liam Wright there.
Liam Wright there, obviously anybody who would have known has just come back from Georgia with the Australian under-20 side. He's an absolute weapon. Churchy 2015 boy, 2014 boy, premiership. He's a fantastic player, and he is a representative star of the future. I'm saying it right now.
Oh, I like the really good clairvoyance there from East. They saw Liam Wright was, you know, head and arms down, bum up into that situation. They left him on his own, and he produced the goods there, and he's really put East back into a pretty good attacking position here, with the line out to come.
He's an absolute gun on the ball, and he's someone that needs to be nullified by this Dragons outfit. Otherwise, he's going to smoke him day in, day out.
There we go. Through the hands, Tibbetts. Oh. Toby White just holds on to that one. They're going to move it. Greg from the back. Flies out, finds Tibbetts. Tibbetts offloads to Allen. Allen looks like he was going to go for it, but made the wise decision not. Ball at the back. Greg goes down the short side. Oh, that's a very good run from Horomia. Horomia, very hard man to stop, and with silky hands to match. Tibbetts flicks it out. Ready will go, give it a go as well. Yabsley flicks it out wide, finds it finds White. White does well. Good expansive rugby union from the Tigers. Greg again. They're probing, looking for ins. Oh, a little bit of a flat foot there. From Richie Asiata, I'm sure. Tigers attacking. Greg. They're slowly working their way in. Reddy goes himself but gets chopped low. Allen will be over the top to support him. Greg goes again down the far side. They're going to look to go through the hands. There's a bit of a fend from Pritchard. But they're going to lose it. Now, great probing, grinding attack from East. It wasn't moving as fast as they wanted, so I think the Dragons are doing quite well in defence.
Yeah, a bit too lateral at times. Early on, they were playing with intent, they were playing quick, and they were getting that good front foot ball and sort of breaking that first tackle. But then you saw there, just in that last phase, Greggy just left it there at the back of the ruck, got it out slowly. It looked like Andrew Reddy wasn't ready. It looked like Richie Asiata was flat-footed. It was just a bit too slow and lateral. And they need to make sure that they're playing up tempo to run this big Dragons outfit off the park.
Well, we see there a couple of those tight five members for East. They're getting caught in the middle of the field, a bit flat-footed, and they're just trying to relay it and offload it to send to the other side, looking for that opening.
Yeah, but they've got guys like Richie Asiata. We know how devastating with ball in hand he is, so I think that's going to be their role. Get him in the midfield, bash him through the middle.
And from the back, very silky touch there from Farmer Sully. He'll go himself one-on-one, but he'll eventually get brought down by Wright. Finds, sends it out. Here's McIntyre. A bit of a flutter in the step and a wish from the hair. Finds Strawn. They do well. They pushed over the halfway line. Finds, offloads. Good momentum from the Dragons.
One blue.
Lucas does well to send it out, followed by another good run from Suam Elalagi. Finds the offload, links up with McIntyre. McIntyre in the corner. Sunnybank's in for two and in the lead, 10 points to 0.
And that is an absolute special from Sunnybank there. Fantastic play. All their big players got their hands on the pill, and that was a great team try.
It's quite interesting. If you compared the attack that East mounted about 2 minutes ago at the other end of the field and the one that just happened there, I think they're both looking to do the same thing, but Sunnybank's execution was better.
100%. Everything they were doing there was up-tempo, at their own pace, and they were playing their own brand of footy.
We see here on the double take replay, it all starts there with Isaac Lucas. He gets the ball out to McIntyre, flicks out Suam Elalagi's lingering out there just because he wants to. Links back up with McIntyre who comes through. It was just textbook stuff. Finding the man in the space, running it up, following up the passes, showing good support, and it's just produced a great running try on the far side.
It was, and what was interesting to see there was, as you said, Isaac Lucas, on 2 occasions there, he was the one giving the inside or outside ball to a player into space. Early on, Jake Strawn, then Molly So'oi Malilangi there. He's only first year out of school. He's an Australian schoolboy, but he's only a 18-year-old kid. And he is playing well above his pay grade and being able to do this sort of stuff. So fantastic effort by him to see him step up and run the show.
Now Strawn, time for redemption. And he'll get there this time. The Dragons ahead, 12 points to 0 over East in the 19th minute. Now, special mention to Card Record, major sponsor of Sunnybank, for their support of the club and grassroots rugby. And on the same note, a special mention to Cromwell, who is a major sponsor for East and for their continuing support of the club and also grassroots rugby. Great take there by Mitchell. The Dragons, 2 tries under the belt. Finds, flicks it back, finds McIntyre. He kicks it, he's in front of the 22, he's going to look for space, but all he'll find is a swooping Yabsley. Yabsley puts up a high kick. Lost the physical battle with Brendan Mitchell there. All right, there's a few of you watching from home. Let us know who you think is going to win. Thumbs up if you think the Tigers are going to claw their way back into this match and come away with the win at the end of the game. Love hearts if you think it'll be the Sunnybank Dragons who'll keep in the lead.
Keep an eye out here for the Tigers. Probably going to look to set this maul because if they can't get through, it'll give them good front foot pill so that they can get their Horamias and their Toby Whites rolling.
Ready hits up, good hands from Tyrell Barker. Dragons already trying to push them back, but East will steady the ship and start their charge. They're rolling around, balls in hand with Reddy at the back. Greg, he's got a hand on the hip. He's calling for it. He's had enough. They're going to send it out. There's Tibbetts. Tibbetts offloads Horomia. Horomia back around, back to Tibbetts. Tibbetts floats one out wide. Can he get there? But he's going to go out. Very, very unlucky for Owen Davies.
Yeah, tough gig there. He was right on the sideline, and then obviously not much Navi Tico could do there. But good intent, good execution until that final pass there.
Dragons quick on the uptake. Loose ball out the back, but they're going to get lucky and hold on to it. Good hands.
That's available. Wait.
At the back. And they're going to try bust their way up the middle now, the Dragons. The Tigers are going to have to work hard to keep them down this end of the field. And there's Strawn for the exit. Will he find the line? No, he won't. All he'll find is Tico. Greg flicks it out through the hands. They're going to keep going. A wild pass from Horomiev will find Toby White out wide. There's Reddy. Reddy says he sees some space. He'll go down short. Greg swings it out. There's Tibbetts. Tibbetts offloads. Oh, and that's a very cheeky run. He's going to go all the way. Richie Asiata, will he get there?
Big
Yes,
man's
he will.
in. How good is that?
From 0 to hero in about 1 metre, Richie Asiata does very well, and you called it. Keeping Richie just lingering around that centre passage. He's the kind of guy. It's usually, if he can bump that first one, he's going to bump another 2 or 3 after it generally.
Oh, he's devastating with pill in hand, that bloke. He's a massive unit, and he knows how to run.
At
Knows how
you,
to throw it around.
James Peter Lallo. We're out at Old Mac Oval, home of Sunnybank, but here on the replay, we see Richie Asiata doing what he does so well. Going straight through the defence and busting tackles, and yeah, I think it took Kieran Fitzgibbon to stop him last week, and that was just like
It's like a collision of meteorites going at it.
an unmovable object and an unstoppable force colliding. And first go on the boot here for Logan Tibbetts. And Tibbetts gets all of it. So the Tigers trailing now 7 points, 12 here at Old Mac. With the Dragons going for their, I believe this will be the Dragons' first restart of the match.
Yeah, it is. Great effort there from Tigers to get in there, but it's what they do now. They can't let Sunnybank get on top of them. They need to put the foot down, stay in this match going into the half.
Well, the interesting thing is there that East, for the first time, instead of trying to go wing to wing, they looked for that. Oh, and what a take! Junior Lalawivi in the mix. Finds, sends it out. Finds Fotoaika. Fotoaika. He'll barrel through. Ready. He's digging. Will he get there? No, he won't. They're going to go again. Followed up by Dan Hurd.
Get out there, Blue.
Sunnybank didn't like their points disruption. Oh, some very silky hands from Junior Lalawivi. It'll go wanting with a line out going towards East.
Gutsy ball there from Isaac finds Lelawasa throwing a 20 metre cutout, but good intent nonetheless, trying to get it to Junior Lalawifi. He's their danger man, those back three.
You've got to be careful with those big floaty cutouts, though. They keep throwing those up. Someone's going to snipe through. Both teams have got very cheeky intercept-prone individuals in their backs, and they'll get wary. Reddy goes up, hits the man out the back. Oh, and a fumble from Greg. This is going to be another big opportunity here for Sunnybank. A scrum 10 metres out.
Yeah,
from the
he's gonna
Tigers
be
line.
spewing about that one, Will Simon Gregg, unfortunately, but nothing he can do there.
Now, as well as clash here between Sunnybank and East, we're also live streaming the battle between Norths and Brothers. You can tune to this game via redsrugby.com.au if this isn't tickling your fancy. But we're getting back to the action now. So big scrum opportunity for the Dragons. They're only about 8 metres out from East line. And they've shown a bit of dominance early on. They've gotten a few penalties off the back of scrums. So
It'll be interesting to see what they do with it, though, because Fotuaika is starting to just stand up and not really dominate Braden Schiller that much. So it'll be interesting to see if they can try and put that pressure on.
Ball's at the back there.
Advantage.
Advantage given to them. Finds, doesn't waste time. Strawn offloads. Finds the man in the middle. That'll be Lucas. Followed up by Situati. Situati.
No two.
He'll fall short. Here's Farmasuli. Can he barge his way? Can he get there?
Double movement there.
Double movement. But it looks like we're going to come back to the original penalty given away at the scrum. Sunnybank, they're going to move quick. Finds. He's been itching in the saddle all game. Quick ball out wide. Will they get over? And they will. It looks like that might be number 2, Molly Sue Malalagi, who goes across.
Smart play from Isaac Fines Lelawasa. We say it week in, week out. He's the best player, in my opinion, in this competition. And that's why Damon Virtue has a man crush on him, because he does that for this side.
I think you've got a bit of one, Jay.
Oh, yeah, no, I do not deny that. I've said it week in, week out. I say it all the time, how much I love him.
So there we go. The Dragons have responded in kind to East. They extended their lead now 17 points to 7 with a conversion from Strawn to come. We see here on the double take replay, it started off with the penalty coming, but then they moved to the middle of the field. And Farmer City, they really sucked a lot of that East defence over. And we can see a lot of hands on hips. People weren't waiting for what was going to go down. And then we see quick action from Fines, goes straight away. Sue Melalagi knows where to be, gets the pill, and one-on-one, he was always going to get there burrowing down for that try.
Yeah, David Yabsley had no chance. He was there by himself, and the covering was coming over. But if you've got a hooker against a winger, I'll back the hooker any day, especially someone like Su'uai Malalangi. He's a very experienced player. Originally from Victoria, played schoolboys there, played Australian schoolboys out of that system. So he's a hard grafter and he's a fantastic player.
There's Strawn, and he'll be unsuccessful. So Sunnybank ahead 17 points to 7 here in the 28th minute. Now, the Tigers, they're going to have to respond. Another big restart coming, and there's only about 12 and a half minutes left in the first half. And for anyone that will be staying on to our stream, after the half time, we will be interviewing Wallaroo and Sunnybank centre wing, Loretta Masters. So make sure you're tuned in for that one early before we go into the second half. If you're on Facebook, that'll be at the beginning of the second stream. Back to it. There's Fines. Flings out, finds McIntyre. McIntyre will find Lucas, and they'll send it out wide. Mitchell gives a flat ball to Laloifi. Laloifi back to Mitchell. Mitchell will finally go down. Great running rugby from the Dragons. Pulling away will be Situati. Situati fends, brushes past his players. He'll link up with Lucas. Going out wide. Su'uai Malalagi going back on the inside to find Richie Achong. The Dragons are lighting it up here at Old Mac.
Absolutely going off. You can hear the crowd going absolutely Burko up here. But put that down, in my opinion, to Isaac Lucas. As I said, just a young kid, first year out of school, and he's got the vision there to hit through that gap on the outside of Kamami Sitauti, give that last pill to Su'uai Malalagi, and then back on in.
And we're going to replay, the double take replay here, and we see it just starts off. Such a great work up the middle by Situati. Links up, finds Lucas and McIntyre, but then they eventually put it back into Richie Achong. And the thing about Richie Achong was he would have been sitting on that wing, just idling at about, 2,000 revs, going, yep, ball's going to come this way. Thanks, fellas, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly. This Dragons outfit, they know how to play together. Stick to your patterns, stick to your systems. Junior Laloifi on the left, come back in the midfield, back to Richie Achong on the right.
See, the big thing is the Tigers are strong with their forwards. The picking and driving, we've seen it in many rounds, match of the rounds this year. They've got a good picking and driving mentality. They did well against North. Sunnybank are robbing them of it. They're using the fact that they've got a strength out wide and in the centres for running ball, and they're playing that style of game today, and that's what's putting them across the line. And another great take from Brendan Mitchell. Strawn, he'll jump in at halfback. He'll offload. And a penalty going against the Dragons. And East given an opportunity here. Tibbetts will kick for the line. And another line-out opportunity come. Now, last time they got within striking distance, they can seal the deal, and they got the 5 points. So I think it's fair to say that the Dragons are going to be a bit wary of that centre running option, especially with those big, heavy forwards.
Yeah, the big, heavy forwards.
Richie
Exactly.
Asiata, mostly. Ready, flings it up. Barker does well to take it. They're going to go for the driving maul. It'll be ripped out by Max Allen. And Ready, he's looking for that ball at the back. And he'll get it. Safe hands. They're going to pile on.
Come out 6.
And he's got Richie Asiata sitting at the back. Does Richie Asiata have the ball yet? I think he's trying to get it off Ready. No, it's at the back, but Greg will pull it out. Tibbetts offloads. There's Horomia. Inside ball. I think he might have been a bit quick on the gun there. Greg, he'll look back to the middle. There's Fatal. Oh, that was some meaty clearing out. Logan Tibbetts. Deer in the headlights. Horomia flicks it out wide. Does he find the man? He will. Good heavy run from Navi Tico. They're going to go back through. They're going to look expansive. There's a couple of players down on the deck for the Dragons. It's currently 15 plays 13.
Turnover ball here.
Dragons have done well. McIntyre. Isaac Lucas charges it up. There's Strawn. They're going to pull it up there. We've got a couple of players down in behind.
We'll restart with the scrum green. We've just got some injuries to sort out here. Ball down, thanks, 10.
So East are on the attack here. And it looks like we've got a bit of injury.
10.
The great effort there from Jeffrey Farmasili. As you said, the Tigers were on attack. They were pushing hard, but great turnover ball there. Then the intent from the Dragons to run it out.
Rightio, ladies and gentlemen, every Friday during the Queensland Premier Grade competition, QPR Weekly is released to give you the lay of the land and a taste for what's to come. It includes all weekly content, stories, team lists, and much, much more. This week's program has a family focus as it reveals 2 families' clublands that have strong attachments to their respective clubs. Tagaloa family and Norse have been driving parts of the coaching and playing program since 1989, while at Chipseywood, Reds Rugby sat down with Trevor Tesh and family. Tesh is South's legend, holding the record for the most senior caps with an astonishing 550. So, if you want to read up on all of that and the general twos and fros, make sure you get online to redsrugby.com.au and also via the QPR Facebook, and you can get on to QPR Weekly. And also, last night, the St George Queensland Reds wore a special Indigenous round jersey. The jersey was designed by Queensland Rugby Union's future Indigenous leaders, participant Janita Langton. To own your own part of history, you can bid on the auction at redsrugby.com.au, and all proceeds will be going towards Queensland Reds Indigenous program and all of its wonderful incentives. So, on the back end of NAIDOC week, a great way to nab yourself not only a very nice piece of rugby memorabilia, straight to the pool room, I'd assume, Jay.
Yeah, bloody oath it would be. Would be a very good fit there, I can tell you right now.
Are you talking about on yourself or in the pool room?
Would not be a good fit on me, I can tell you that right now as well. Not much fits well on me.
And looks like we got a few people on the line. Right, if you are live on our stream right now, thumbs up if you think the Dragons are going to come away with, go into the half time leading. Love hearts if you think the Tigers are going to get there. Let us know what you think. And I believe just attacking Murray there, leaving the field, bit of an injury to one of the legs. Hope he gets through that one.
Same message follows square throughout the contest. Stay in it.
Here we go, boys. Fill the holes, boys. Get Marcy. Pops on. Don't need tight loads. Fill the holes. Let's get banned. Let's get banned. Check man. How's that, Rich? That's good, mate. Lots in. What you got, boys? Marcy, big here. Let's get it, bro.
Crouch.
Sweet.
Bind. Set.
Here we go. Fines to feed. Fines puts it in.
Use Green. Use.
Fines will go out. He'll find Strawn. Strawn's going to kick for the exit. He gives it a fair crack, but he's not going to find the line. Yabsley will go for the return.
Release it. Release it.
And here we go. Down the far side, the Tigers pulling away with it. Here they go, working through the hands. There's a good trot from Reddy. Oh, the ball's been turned over. Fines, manages to find it. He's got space now. He's pulling away. Fines, it's a leg race. Can he go all the way? Fines. Fines dives. Fines gets the corner. Another try to Sunnybank.
That's why you got to love him. He can do that sort of thing absolutely out of nowhere. Skins them, runs 80, dots it down. Too bloody good.
So the East Tigers, they are really on the ropes right now in the 34th minute. They're down 29 points to 7 with the conversion to come. We see here on the double take replay, bit of midfield scuffle, loose ball that ends up in the hands of Mahina. Mahina links up to Fines, who scoops that. His fingernails would have bent back. He was scooping it that low from the ground, and he gets it, goes 50 metres for the corner. Now here, Jay, is a guy that's had to sit idly on the sidelines for the last 2 rounds. He would have been itching at the bit to get onto this field, and I think we are seeing how keen and how much he wants this team to get through to the finals today.
He's an absolute superstar, and to be sitting out for even a couple of weeks, he'd be absolutely frothing at the mouth to try and get out there and get stuck in, and he's just showing why he is just such a class player. He is that far above every other player out there at the moment.
There's Strawn kicking from the sideline. And he'll keep a 50% average today. He's 2 from 4, and the Sunnybank Dragons are now leading 31 points to 7 here at Old Mac Oval for our match of the round. And, you know, it's an unfortunate situation for the Tigers here. It's I don't want to be cruel, but it's only going to get harder from here with the matchups that they have left. So they're going to need to try and pull themselves back from this if they have any hope of trying to face what's to come.
They need to be in this match. I mean, it's not the scoreline they would have wanted, but they're not playing bad footy, but they're not playing great. They're not sticking to their structures the way that they would really want to, and they need to sharpen up. And at halftime, I wouldn't be surprised if Anthony Cannellan gives them an absolute rocket in the dressing sheds.
And they'll pack down here. It'll be a Sunnybank scrum. 38 metres out from their own line. Fines feeds. Very stiff scrumming from both sides, not going anywhere. Barr tells him to use it. Goes out, Strawn, a little bit of a kick. Does he see some space out the back? Running onto it will be McIntyre. It looks like there was a good one-on-one contact there, but East will hold on to the ball. Greg flicks it out. There's Allen. Allen goes through. Greg goes again. Finds the boot of Tibbets. Tibbets goes way downtown. But wouldn't you know it, Fines is at home. Strawn goes another one. Bit of backsy-foresy here with the kicking. They've got them pinned right down the end. There'll be Owain Davies. He was really smothered. And I think that was the culmination of a very tactical kicking game, Jay. They were both just sending it back and forth, and it looks like Sunnybank won the fight.
Oh, 100%, and that's where it was there. You said it yourself. Back there, Fines Lelawasa with his partner in crime, Jake Strawn. These guys won a premiership together. They've come through the lower grades, and now here they are. And they've just put the pressure on, and Owain Davis, bit of a bludger of a kick right there.
And Ben Pataya substituting on there, doing well. Coming through the back now will be Siduardi. Siduardi, he'll go down, bit of a loose ball. Will East regather? No, they won't. Fines will pluck it out.
No, Blue! Blue, leave! Leave!
They're going to go through the middle, be Siduardi. Fines will be loaded up, ready to go. They're going to flick it out. Here runs Farmasuli. There's Strawn. Strawn offloads. Fines. Full to Aika. Bit of loose pill at the back. Fines will get it. Quickly offload. He's got options. Going to go through the hands. And the defence was up there. East, they're trying to slow down. And there goes Farmasuli. Offloading down the far side. Oh, and that'll be a very sneaky offload to find the try for number 19.
Seru Gunita, I think it is, has just come on.
Oh, but I think he's just been denied. Fines, can't believe it. They thought that was another 5 points for sure.
Do you want to head in? See how we go, eh? Let's bring Hyde up here, please.
Shane Barr's out there refereeing today's match.
Set. Box in. Phil. We go, boys. Crouch. Get up here, get up here.
Finds, he's rallying them to keep them down this end of the field. Greg feeds. Dragons putting on a nudge. It's not going anywhere. Here's Horomia. Horomia battles at 10 metres out from their try line. Greg finds Tibbets in the pocket. Tibbets, a fair strike, but he's not going to find the line. All he'll find is his match. Jake Strawn. And here they go down the far side, linking up. Here's Siduardi. Siduardi, inside ball, finds a Chong. They're going to keep pushing their way through, and there's McIntyre really showing what he's got. Laluifi from the back, fires out. There's Lucas. Runs back towards his support, finds again. The Dragons slowly probing this East defence. Great little inside ball, finds a Chong. A Chong links up, finds Laluifi, and that'll be another 5 to the Dragons' tally. They propel themselves further, 36 points to 7, right around the half-time. Have they not ran away with this game in the first half?
Oh, it's going to be an absolute slugfest for the Tigers to get back after this, but they're taking their opportunities. The Tigers are playing sloppy footy, and the Dragons are absolutely putting them to the sword.
We see here on double take replay, they're going to send it out wide. Starts with a very good cheeky in ball to Achong. Achong follows it up with a good run and another good offload to Junior Laluifi, and they really seal the deal on that far side. And every try this match for the Dragons has been on that side of the field. Jake Strawn hasn't had to make a kick from anywhere but that far side of the field today. So they are really running a wide game, and it's working for them.
Well, yeah, I mean, you saw there as well. Richie Chong came off his right wing to be the man on the inside, giving that last pill to Junior Laluifi, the left winger.
And that will be conversion successful. Sunnybank ahead 38 points to 7 going into the halftime break. Let's have a quick look at these statistics, Jay. There they are. Onto the screen. Now, the tackle count, 55 to 44. I think that's pretty accurate when you look at the territory and the possession down below. But it's those turnovers conceded from East that are really hurting them.
The turnovers and also the handling errors, 6 to 2. It's just not good enough to be able to go up against a Dragons side like this who are stinging after last week.
I think the moral of this story is your top 4 teams that go through to the finals, they're the teams that make the most of your 1% errors. They turn a 1% error into a try. And that is exactly what the Dragons have done today. The moment that an attacking East outfit have stumbled, they've regathered it, they've run away with it, and we're seeing they've nearly gone a point a minute in this first half. but that will be half-time. The Dragons are up 38 points to 7. Now, if you are on YouTube, don't go anywhere because we're just going to be going for a little break. But if you're on Facebook, make sure that you go back through and you find that second half link on the Facebook page. We're going to go to a short break. We're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we are here with the second half. And to kick things off, we're going to quickly have a look at this week's power plays. Option A was Bombardment. A great combination with Vaipulu busting through the east defence and then offloading to eventually find Nick Chapman, who goes across to get a great team try that would eventually be the win for North this time last week against the Tigers. Option B was Ford Falcon off the back of a scrum. Bond went full field and eventually finding Ty Ford at 50 metres, and the big flanker strode his way into the corner. And that was another game where Bond, massive win, 18.17 over the 2016 Premiers. And then we got It's All in the Beard, and we see here there's been a lot of hype around this one, but after Byrne breaks through to the fence, Brent Anderson lines up, gets the offload, burns the backs, and gets the try. He'll be telling his grandkids about that one. Then option D was Skills That Kills. Now Misioka Timoteo here, look at that flick pass, gets it out, and then the West backs, you know exactly what they did. Strode away with some very, very nice footwork. Liam Dillon there goes across, gets the try, thumbs up. Now, if you like those ones, guys, we want you to comment which one you want to be your winner so you can win yourself 4 tickets to the Hospital Cup Grand Final at Ballymore a bit later. So comment A, B, C, D and tag 3 of your best mates, or just tag J-Ball because, as he said, he's a lone fella. Now, we are here at halftime. My current guest is Wallaroos and Sunnybank centre wing, Narita Masters. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Fantastic, Narita. Now, how did you first get involved in rugby, and how long have you been involved here at Sunnybank?
So I have a few family members in the team, so they just told me to come along to one training, and then ever since then, it's pretty much been here 6 or 7 years now.
That is a while.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so you've been part of a very successful women's side here at Sunnybank. You guys finished last season undefeated. Give us an insight into the culture behind the team.
Yeah, I guess behind every single team there's a successful coach. So, you know, with a good coach, he encouraged us to, you know, stay humble and all that, and throughout the team. And I guess that just like the bond with the girls, where you play on and off the field, is how you reflect, you know, winning a grand final. So it was good. You got a good bond.
Absolutely. Now, you've recently returned from the Wallaroos tour in New
Yes.
Zealand. What do you think the squad took away from those 3 matches?
I think from the start we just created a culture. That was our main thing. And I guess for each game we just developed, just as a team, I guess we just did really well.
Well,
game.
I guess, it's going on tour is a big deal. And when
Yeah.
you get overseas, obviously lots of new people mixing with each other. So that's half the challenge, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
You meet
yeah.
everyone and gel.
Yeah.
And just finally, you're heading to the Women's World Cup in Ireland. How big of an honour is that?
Oh, that is amazing, honestly. Like, just to represent your country.
Give me your 1 to 10.
Oh, 100.
Oh, 100.
Can't give you 10.
Jeez, that
Yeah.
sounds like Jay's maths.
Yeah.
All right, Narita, thank you so much for joining us here at halftime.
Thank you for having me.
No, you're more than welcome. And obviously, I'm sure I know who you're going for in this game.
Oh, yes. Sunnybank all the way.
Yeah, that's it. Dragons, Dragons, Dragons. Narita Masters, thank you very much.
Thanks.
And we are here. Second half is about to go underway. The Dragons are ahead 38 points to 7. And Jake Strawn from Sunnybank will be doing the restart. And back in the box now with us, it's Jay Ball. Jay Ball, welcome to the second half.
Thanks for having us, Marty. Looking forward to it.
And refereeing today's match is Mr. Barr, and he's out there for the restart. Did a great job in the first half. And here we go, the Tigers, ball in hand. Let's see what they can do. Oh, Richie Asiata, a bit of an end over end, finds Tibbetts. They're going to go through the hands. Here they go. Here's Horomia. Horomia finds Allen. They're going to keep pushing their way. Great hands. And they put it out in Anavi Tico's possession. The Tigers, they're playing that expansive game again. Over the top will be Pritchard. And here they go. The Tigers pulling down the close side here. It'll be a great run from Toby White. But he's going to hit the white paint again.
Just dancing with that sideline there, but again, I can't rate him highly enough. Isaac Lucas, the 18-year-old, making that tackle on the experienced Toby White. That's massive, absolutely humongous play there to be able to keep up with him, drag him out.
Well, they're 31 points behind. They're really going to have to start making some inroads. Fines, flicks it out to Strawn. Strawn's offloads. The Dragons hitting hard up the middle, straight up the guts. Fines, you saw him evaluating. He was picking his channel. Fines goes again, out the back. They're going to have options. A bit of a drop ball there. But Siduardi will pick it up. Siduardi will go himself. He gets a very vicious flick pass back out. Finds Lucas. Lucas, they're going to link back up. Lalawifi. Lalawifi goes one-on-one with Mahina. Mahina was sniping for that rip, but he couldn't quite get there. Barker's running into it. He's looking for the charge down.
Wait. Now.
And that is a great piece of midfield kickery from Jake Strawn.
Kickery.
Kickery.
All right. It was very good kickery, I must admit. Very good kickery to be able to bury it out of your own 22 there. But that shows exactly what Jake Strawn can do. Set your platforms, bury you with good kickery.
And there is Reddy. Reddy gets out the back, finds Barker. They're going to go through the hands. There's Tibbetts. Offloads. Does well to find Fonzo Horomia runs just so unbelievably hard. And they're going to keep going. And Horomia does so well out wide there. Greg sends the ball out. That's a good run from Fatal. Greg again from the back, flicks it out. There's Tibbetts. Tibbetts looks out the back, finds Reddy. Reddy sends it also. They're going to keep working their way out. There's Tico. Tibbetts jumps in at half. He's going to flick it out the back. He'll find Greg. Offloads it to Fatal again. Tigers slowly making their way up. Loose pass won't find the man. There goes the kick in play from Strawn. Foot races on. There is a lot of green down there. Yabsley's got his work cut out for him. Sunnybank trying. Sue Malagi, he's trying to counter, but here he goes. The big fella. Good bumping run from Richie Asiata. Offloads, finds Pritchard. Hammers through a couple of himself. Here they go down the far side. Down the short side goes Horomia. Finds Allen. Allen gets wrapped up. He'll stay inside the field of play. Working through the hands. There's Reddy. Reddy punches through. He'll find a couple of meters. Counter rucking is Foljuaika. There was some good effort. It looks like Isaac Lucas didn't get the better of that, but running onto it will be Siduardi. Allen. And there we go. Hands up in the air from Kimami Siduardi. Great pressure has produced another opportunity for this informed Sunnybank team.
He's very lucky to stay on the field there, Maxi Allen.
Oh, and here they go, very quick. Sunnybank, they're going to look on the far side. Oh, and a bit of a show and go, and that'll be a try going to Richie Achong. Yeah, absolutely, considering what happened to Michael Gunn last week.
Yeah, 100%. The fact that I think it was David Yabsley came back, spilled the pill, and Kamami Satautsi came through. There were Dragons coming back, and Maxi Allen dropped on that pill in a very dangerous position. So very lucky to stay on the field, but 7 points to the Dragons nonetheless. Great play by him.
Well, they're pulling away here. We've seen the double take replay. It was really quick thinking. Strawn sends it out. They go through the hands. Another flying pass from Pataya goes out, finds former ITM North Harbour player Richie Achong, who's making himself quite a good little nest here at Sunnybank, and I think he complements this back line very well.
He fits, absolutely just fits like a glove. He's come in and he's their typical sort of winger, that very quick, very rapid, a lot like Junior Laluifi, the 7 specialist, great with their feet, where all you're going to do is get those one-on-one opportunities with their bigger inside backs and then bang.
Now Jake Strawn, his first kick from the other side of the post today. Can he find 2 points? He strikes. He'll be unsuccessful. Sunnybank ahead 43 points to 7 here in the second half. And a special mention to the major supporter for Sunnybank, Car Record, for their continuing support of the club and grassroots rugby. And East, they're in a familiar position here, Jay. Another restart.
Yeah, seems to be all they're doing today. They're not defending very well, so it's their own bat that they're going to have to secure.
Logan Tibbetts is getting a lot of practice. Straight up, Max Allen nearly gets there, but they've managed to pull away from it. Here's Tico down the far side. From the back. They're going to flick it out. Tibbetts. They're going to come back to the initial penalty, and he's going to go straight away with it. Here goes Horomia. Horomia goes one-on-one. He's getting close to the line. 2 meters out. They're going to go down. Max Allen, will he dive over and get there? He will. I think that was some very silky hands from Andrew Reddy.
I thought it went straight through his hands, actually.
I think Reddy got there, and he's love tapped it over to Allen, who was going for the line. Only one way to settle this, so have a look at the double take replay. And there you go, double take replay here. They're going to go quick off the back. Momentum on their sides. Andrew Reddy gets the love tap across to Allen.
As I said, fantastic hands there by Andrew Reddy. Great effort.
Turn it up. So, and there we go. East, that'll be their second for the day. Logan Tibbetts, he's 1 from 1. It'd be a mighty comeback if they can get it.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to kick all of them if they want a shot, you'd have to think.
32 minutes remaining on the clock. Tibbetts strikes. A little bit too much on the y-axis. He'll fall short. East trailing 12 points to 43. And a special mention to Cromwell, who is the major sponsor for East, for their support of the club and grassroots rugby. And Strawn for the restart. He'll go up. Oh, and that'll be a fantastic take. By Ganita. And here they come up the middle. Sue Melalagi leading the charge. Finds offloads to an unsuspecting Abdallah, but Abdallah does well. East, they've got some good hands on that ball. Is it a maul? Can Littleton pluck it from the breakdown? He does well.
Wait, Blue. Wait. Now.
There's a fair strike, but it's not going to find touch. Here comes the response. Laluifi goes straight into it. In front of the home side. Finds to Strawn. Strawn sends it out. Lucas flicks it out wide again. Little offloads. 1, 2, 3. Su'e Melalagi will drop it though. They're going to keep going. Here's Siduardi. Siduardi, little bit of a grubber. He's going to try and pick it up, but it'll be a knock on.
In the tackle.
Great play there from the Dragons. Obviously, Franco Abdullah looking like he was going to be held up. Then they buried it through after that turnover. But they're playing these edges so well, and we've seen So'oi Malalangi just absolutely seagulling out there and just getting those mismatches and just playing so well in that position.
Well, it looks like we've got a bit of a substitution here for Sunnybank.
Looks like it's Ben Roy Sala's come on the field there for Franco Abdullah, who, in my opinion, has had a great 50-minute game. He and Richie Asiata were two of the props for the Queensland under-20s last year, and they're going up against it today, and they're both very similar players. Great scrummages, but it's that open field play where they're absolutely fantastic.
So Fines, ball in hand. And the East have just really struggled, Jay, to get out of their own half when they're in possession. They've really struggled to get good sniffs of that Sunnybank line, and we can see with scrums like that, you know why. Still in there, advantage given to the Dragons. Straight into it, strolling away will be Farmer Sully. He's still going. Can he go all the way? There's the 22. Fines. Flicks it out, finds Strawn. Strawn goes himself. Brave option, offloads to Lucas. Lucas will be 6 metres out. Sunnybank rallying over their centre. Finds. Offloads, Strawn. Strawn. Some space, but gets wrapped up for his troubles. Finds again. Offloads it, finds Siduardi. Oh, a little loose ball there, and Barker will come out with it. Second row, I can't believe his luck. Littleton does well to get the ball out. Tibbets goes inside, but gets monstered to the deck. Littleton again, puts it out. And that'll be a good kick for exit. It'll alleviate the pressure from this vicious Sunnybank attack.
The Dragons are just absolutely pasting this Tigers outfit in defence. They've got nothing to counteract it, and they're trying what they can, but you just saw there, even in close, they're getting pumped. Out wide, Logan Tibbets is getting absolutely lit up. This Dragons outfit is just absolutely playing them off the park.
They're swarming them. They're just swarming them in every single opportunity, and they're playing some really smart rugby. And the Dragons, here they go, Fines. He'll flick it out to Strawn. Strawn will work his way in the middle and find Lucas. Siduardi, a little bit of a loose offload, but a Chong will get it in hand. But he wasn't really going to go anywhere when he was going into Horomia and wide at the same time. Fines, flicks it out again. Finds Pataya. Loose ball, and it'll be pilfered spectacularly. East are now in possession. They're going to look to go down the far side. Little inside ball. Pulling away. Is this Tibbets? It is Tibbets. Tibbets showing he can dance. Allen now striding away the tall timber. Does well. Fends off Lucas. Offload round the back to find Yabsley. Going up the middle will be Asiata. Asiata, here we go. East have always looked good, but they can get close to the line. They're just going to have to keep their momentum working. Barker flicks a wild pass out. Finds Horomia with the freshest of cuts. Horomia cuts through the defence. Gets the try.
And you can hear the Sunnybank crowd actually booing Horomia there. He was actually a Dragon up until this season, playing in reserve grade as a fly half, now as an inside centre for the Tigers Prem, so you can hear the crowd giving him a bit of a gobful just as a result.
They were saying boo-ers.
I highly doubt it. Highly doubt
There
it.
we go. Here, the double take replay. We see the Tigers. They got down that wonderful pass from Tyrell Barker. Finds Horomia. Horomia flicks off one defender, slips through another two, and he gets away. Now, this is a bit of a dangerous point in the game for the Dragons. Every time East have gotten within 20 metres of their line, they've gone over. And that defence there, looks like they might have been a little bit complacent. They said, oh, you know, we've got 20-something points on them. What's one try? Now, this is sometimes the beginnings of the comeback games. So I think Sunnybank are going to have to make sure they keep this game tight and locked up, because the Tigers are not out of this game yet. There's still 25 minutes to go.
The Dragons still need to play their game plan. One of the biggest things that I've always hated is sides, when they get up or whatever it may be, change their game plan from what they've been doing well. Dragons need to keep playing hard in defence and expansive with the ball.
No coasting, and Tibbetts will strike. He's got the legs this time. That'll be conversion successful. East trailing 19 points to 43. Now, as well as the clash here between Sunnybank and East, we're also live streaming the battle between Norths and Brothers. And you can get onto that action via redsrugby.com.au if this one isn't tickling your fancy. Now, they're back to the middle. Sunnybank for the restart. Strawn with the ball in hand. The Tigers, they're showing signs of life, Jay.
They're showing their teeth, and they need to watch out this Dragons outfit.
And after the teeth come the claws. Tibbetts flicks it through. Littleton sits in the middle. Going to go around the back. Here's the danger man, Horomia. Horomia goes through. Lucas fends. Gets the offload back to Allen. Allen. Bit of a fumble, but it'll get cleaned up.
And Maxi Allen was the last guy who threw that flick pass for the last breakout there. So they're showing what they're trying to do. They're trying to run around their bigger forwards and trying to get those mismatches and those small offloads away.
Put it back down, boys. More weight. Here we go. Mate, that was fucking beautiful. Too fair. Go, Richie. On. Inside foot. Go, Benny. Working here.
So they're backing down for another scrum. Fines with the ball in hand. Now, if you're out there in Facebook land, let us know what you think. Is Sunnybank going to hold on to it and come away with the win? Thumbs up. If you don't think they're going to make it, and the Tigers are going to take it out, love hearts for the Tigers. Let us know what you think. What do you think, Jay? Are you a thumbs up man or a love heart man?
I'm completely impartial, you know that, Marty.
Right.
No, I think that the Dragons should be able to hold out here, but they need to switch on. If they could score here, I think that'll ice the game for them.
Bind. Steady.
Fines, ball in hand.
Steady. Up.
And straight away. Penalty here for the Tigers. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting, Dave. They kick for the line, get within that, 20 to 30 metres. They've shown that they're dangerous in there, so...
It's where they've been most devastating. I mean, the territory we saw at half-time was every even. It was just Sunnybank getting those breakout tries. So East need to keep pushing the territory, get it in their favour, and then get their meat pies when they're given the opportunity.
Now they're working their way in. Out the back. Oh, and that was some good hands from Tyrell Barker. He's been so good in the lineouts all year. Here goes Horomia. Horomia dispatches Lucas. And Littleton... he'll knock it on at the back. And they're the ones that count the most.
Tough gig, yeah, just a bit of a fumble there. Looked like he was just a bit too giddy to get up there and get it out to the boys outside him. But
Just come forward, lift high.
you can hear referee Shane Barr there just actually saying to the front row from Sunnybank it was against Fotuaika, not Ben Roy Sala on this near side, for saying that he was hinging. So he's going to be keeping an eye on it. Early on in the game, Fotuaika was standing up a lot, so he was getting done a bit by Braden Schiller. He needs to make sure that he pushes through here.
Another scrum for Sunnybank. Now, if you're on the live stream and you're watching this from somewhere a little bit more exotic than Brisbane, let us know where you're watching it from. Give some shout outs. Fines feeds the scrum. It's at the back at the feet of Farmer Sully. Fines gets it out. There's Strawn.
Now.
Kicks it downtown. Is it going to find the line? Yes, it will. Davies.
That's an absolute bloody ripper of a kick there from Jake Strawn. Took a good Shane Warne leg breaker.
Well, this
flipper
is
there just
this.
spun
But
right
see, the
out.
difference here is, you know, if you compare this to recent weeks, it's the fast, reliable ball that provides to Strawn that allows him to perform these kicks. It gives him time to look where he wants to go and just go there. And there is a great run from Chaz Mahina, straight up the guts. Oh, and that's a really good pilfer there from Reddy. And Isaac Flines manhandles the hooker to the deck. Might be small, but my word is he strong. Littleton flicks it out. Barker. Here's Horomia. Horomia looked for his options, but he goes down. Nope, they haven't quite got him yet. Littleton flicks it out. Allen finds Tibbetts. Tibbetts through the hands. Ready once again. They're going to keep sending it out. Options left, right, and centre. And that was trying to be a burrowing tackle, but he's gone head first into it. Littleton. Ready. Ready goes himself. Goes backwards, though. Great work from the Dragons. Options. Here's Barker. Barker goes himself. They're pulling up just short of the 50-metre line now. The Tigers slowly making their way up the field. Allen through the hands. Does well to find Schiller. Littleton out again. Ready. Loves sitting in the first receiver position. And they're trying to find the side of the field. The Dragons are going to try flood it, but Littleton will just hold on. Little cheeky offload finds Asiata. Asiata bumps through 1, 2, 3, but they'll get him to the deck. Littleton again. Littleton flicks it out the back. Finds Tibbetts. Tibbetts skips the first man, hits the fella out the back. Little bit of an offload. Horomia shows his silky hands. Here they go down the far side. Pulling away. There goes White. White does well. Very good phase play, and that was not kosher from Kimami Siduati. And I think he knew it. I get a breath. Now, that's really interesting stuff there. The phase play for East, massive phase play. It's a testament to how hard Sunnybank are defending them and making them work for every single metre they... Patience game there. East won.
They did. They played their structures, playing in tight in the midfield, then working on the outside there, getting Toby White one-on-one to make a few extra metres, but it was just smart, hard graft, and they need to keep it up.
Here we go. Tigers straight into it. Here's Horomia. Barrels in. They're going to go through. Here's Tyrell Barker. Barker does well. Links up. They're going to keep going through the hands. They eventually get caught up in the middle in the hands of White. Littleton will flick it out. They're going to keep going through. There's Allen. Allen shows a spin and manages to get clear. Littleton's having to work really hard on the back of these breakdowns. Horomia sends it out. Finds Asiata. Asiata chest to chest with Mahina. And he'll eventually get his man. Littleton again. Doing well, running onto it a little bit quick. There's Lucas. Lucas swamps him. Wild offload to Schillers. Schillers offloads again, and here's Reddy. Reddy's had a lot of runs this game. Picking and driving on the menu. They're going to really work hard around the breakdown. Advantage to the Tigers. They're looking good. That was a no look, but a brilliant pass from Reddy. They're going to keep charging up the middle. There's Tibbetts. Mustache and all leading the way. Littleton sends it out. Horomia offloads to Allen. Allen does have Tico, but he goes himself. They'll cross the 22. Littleton sends it out. Here's Reddy again. Reddy. Reddy will find the 22. Working their way down. Tibbetts. Asiata. Asiata out the back. Bit of a loose pass. And that was a long penalty. And then, you know, if you can't find that 10.
This man laying in the contest.
And that is a massive Jeffrey Farmasuli sent off. Now, 24 points in this game, Jay. That's... I know it's something. I'm saying it's 3 or 4 tries. But with a man down, and they've just shown the ability, they've just phased played up 30 metres of the field.
If they can get a couple tries in this next 10 minutes with Farmasuli off the field, they're right back in the mixer here. They need to bag something right here to be able to be right up there.
The next 10 minutes are going to be crucial for East. Can they sink the claws into the Dragons? Barker does well. Oh, he loses it at the top. It's going to be advantage to the Dragons. And this is the point where the Dragons are going to start taking their time to pack these scrums. Every second will count between now and when Jeffrey Farmasuli makes his way back onto the field. Now, last night, St George Queensland Reds wore special Indigenous round jerseys. The jerseys were designed by Queensland Rugby Union's future Indigenous leaders participant, Janita Langton. To own your own part of history, you can bid on the auction at redsrugby.com.au, with all proceeds going towards Reds Rugby, towards the Queensland Reds Indigenous program and all of its initiatives. Got there in the end. Finds feeds. They're going to need to lock out here. The Tigers are going to try and break them. Fines does well. They're going to go down the short side. They're going to turn into attack, and running away with it will be El Chong. And a Chong will just... And isn't that a very brave move, Jade? Numerically down, but they're still trying to attack.
It is, but it's a very smart play. They, as you said, numerically down, but they still had Richie Archong on that far side, and they knew that they would have had him for gas to be able to get around.
Ready goes quick. And that's the second one Barker's missed off the top of the lineup, but they're going to really pay for it now. Running away is Mahina. Mahina goes around one. Does he have the players to support him? They played catch up. They're finally there. Strawn's hanging out the left side. Fines has seen him. Strawn goes himself. Slips the first guy, but the second will bring him down. Lucas is there in support. Off the back here, runs away is Siduardi. Siduardi looks for his options, but Horomia wraps him up and puts him down. Max Allen, great work there. Here they go, East pushing their way up the middle. McIntyre will get the tackle though. Allen takes two out for his time. Fines does well to recover a stray pass from Lucas. Oh, a bit of a charge down. Horomia's got it in hand. This is just a game of ping pong. It's turned into a foot race. Running away, Toby White. Toby White will get there. Toby White will get the try. East now, 24-43.
That's exhausting just watching that, actually. Toby White's absolutely spent, but great play all round. Isaac Lucas, for mine, has been playing the house down with that turnover there. Toby White, Johnny on the spot. Horomia getting the charge down. Fantastic effort all round.
And time is definitely moving away from this East side, but this is definitely a good one. We see here just loose ball left, right, and centre. And finds otherwise, goes for the charge down. Horomia says, I'm taller than him, I can charge this down. Gets the charge down, regathers, offloads to find Toby White. And Toby White will just do a quick 50 and get fired for his time.
Yeah, good gas in the legs there. Obviously, Junior Lalauifi, you could see was hot on his heels, but we was able to keep him away. And we said they need to score next. They need to come away with some points here, and they've done just that. This is setting it up to be an interesting final 15 minutes of this game.
And that will be conversion unsuccessful. East trailing 24 points to 43 now. This game seems to be, the Tides doesn't seem to be too conclusive, Jay. Thumbs up if you think the Dragons are going to hold on. Love hearts if you think the Tigers can find the 14 points they need. I beg your pardon, not the 14 points. They can find the 19 points they need to get the win.
Happy?
The draw and 20 for the win.
Thanks.
Time's back.
And we see squandered opportunities here. Here go East. They're going to have to work hard and make it out of their own half off that kickoff. Horomia offloads. As the sun begins to set here at Old Mac, a bit of a loose ball. Horomia will pick it up. Horomia's away. Horomia on the outside, but it'll get swatted down. And a Chong nearly steals it.
No, he's come back on.
And here we go, another opportunity for the Tigers here, Jay. They've got a scrum right on halfway, over halfway, I beg your pardon. And another try could be on the cards here for them.
They are getting stuck right into this Dragons outfit, and they're still down another man for another 5 minutes or so. So they really need to switch on here and make sure that they can hold out until Farmer-Silly comes on. But for mine, this Tigers outfit are absolutely roaring at the moment. They're getting right into it.
And some other scores from around the grounds. At halftime, Brothers were leading Norths 17 points to 12. Jeeps are ahead of Bond 15 points to 9. And University of Queensland are up 47 points to 7 over Souths over at St Lucia. Hopefully we'll get some more results to you at the conclusion of the game. Keep you all in the loop.
Stay on 8.
Littleton sends it out. There's Horomia. They're going to go through. Little cheeky offload to White. Oh, and that's some fantastic work by Mahina. Mahina gets the steal, and there's a kick from McIntyre. McIntyre is going to have to, there he is, finds the line. East are going to have to stay down there, and following up, Richie Achong. Not missing a beat.
And that's an absolute perler of a kick there from Jake McIntyre. Coming in, getting that turnover, Chaz Mahina, then just drilling it into that good field position.
Well, you know, there hasn't been too much in the way of stoppages today, and it looks like they're starting to get a bit tired out there. We haven't seen too many substitutions in the front. We just see they're coming on for Sunnybank, number 21.
Richard Kingy's on the field.
Kingy's now out on the paddock. Oh, and Tyrell Barker, he seals the deal that time. Littleton finds Tibbetts. There's White. And here goes Barker. Barker out wide. Charlie Olsen there in the 22 jersey. And Kingy not wasting any time. Links up. There's Lucas. Lucas, a little bit of a chip. Oh, a bit of a chase, but it's going to get cleaned up there by Pritchett. Pritchett will go down. They're inside their 22 now. Sunnybank. They've switched on. Oh, and there was some more very quick passing from Reddy. Moves very well for a hooker. Tibbetts goes around 2, 3. Chip. Is he going to follow it up, me gentlemen? No. Strawn will come and wreck the party. Here's McIntyre out the back. McIntyre puts in a kick of his own. He's running onto it. He's got wheels. McIntyre against Olsen. Olsen dances around, gets the kick out though. And what great pressure from Sunnybank.
Great individual effort from Jake McIntyre, plugging it in the corner, putting the pressure on. Charlie Olsen into Yabsley, who we know doesn't have the best boot, who shanks it straight into the touch. Great effort from the guys here in green, and they're going to put a lot of pressure on here.
Jake Strawn leaving the field.
We like heavy. Time's back. Let's go.
Great ball. It'll go out the back. It'll find the hands of Pataya. Pulling straight up the middle will be Fatal. Dan Hurwood, I beg your pardon. Sunnybank on the move. They're getting very close to the line. And that'll be a penalty against the Dragons.
Can't propel yourself forward.
Not releasing. And Tibbetts, he's not wasting any time.
Very tough call there, I think, on Ben Roy Sala, saying that you can't propel yourself forward, but it looked like he was sort of just rolling in the tackle there. But nonetheless, great effort here for the Tigers to be able to hold out the Dragons outfit. Now they need to score some points and get right back into it.
Ready. Ball in hand. They hit Barker at the back. No, the ball will go long, but it'll get cleaned up. A little bit of an offload. They're going to try and pull away with it. But it's going to be knock on. And Sunnybank ball now. I dare say it, Jay, with the time what it is.
It's slipping away from them big time.
The Tigers have got still a lot of ground to make up if they want to take this win out. It looks like we've got some other substitutions. Something on. Sam Miller.
On the mixer.
Back. Kingy's got the puts it in. Good driving scrum. One-on-one with Littleton. But Littleton does really well to get him down. Back. Loose ball. Kingy gets it out. Finds Lucas. Lucas steps back. Steps on the inside. Lucas. Lucas! It'll be a steady hand from Reddy that keeps him in. Kingy quickly gets it out. Finds McIntyre. McIntyre back on the inside. Siduardi. Siduardi will take it into contact. Kingy from the back. He recycles quickly. They're going to go through. Looking for space will be a Chong. A Chong. They're going to take him down. Kingy again. He's going to offload. Finds number 8, Chaz Mahina. Mahina. Kingy. Once again down the far side is Farmasuli. They're going to keep working down with them. And there's Salah to back him up over the top. They're going to go to short side. They're going to come back in. Quick offloads through the hands. McIntyre hits Lucas. Lucas darts back on the line. Slips from Littleton. Lucas is still going. But he'll get wrapped up by Schiller. Kingy. 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 Kingy! A kingly gift.
Knock on green.
Stinger.
Not today.
Oh, Richard Kingy will be absolutely spewing about that, but he's dangerous. Bringing someone like Richard Kingy
And that's
on the
time
field
off.
is huge. Being able to bring someone like him with his experience back on the pitch is a
Well, the thing about that was
win.
he's fresh legs, he's got experience, and he made the most of a tired defence, and he just slipped right through the cracks.
Well, yeah, everybody out there is starting to blow. I mean, early on in this in the second half, it was the Dragons, and now you can see the Tigers. They're starting to really sucking the big ones themselves.
Well,
So it's starting to even out a bit.
Damon Virtue's done some pretty good subbing into that forward pack, and he did it on the back of Farmasili returning, so they're not only going back to 8, they're bringing in fresh players into good positions that are going to keep them dominant, especially in scrum time. Because even the East lineouts have been wavering a little bit.
They have. They've been a bit scratchy. Obviously, they're trying to hit Tyrell Barker, their chief caller. He's been there in the mixer for so many years. He's the one that runs the show, and it's been a bit dusty and a bit dicey. So, you know, and it's just been too easy for the Dragons as a result. Turnover. Guys like Jake McIntyre, Jake Strawn, Isaac Lucas for mine's been the best player on the field, and they're just absolutely cutting this Tigers team to absolute ribbons.
So Littleton feeds Sunnybank. Nudges. They're way over. On the far side, Kingy gets it. Retribution. We'll definitely see that in the double take replay.
He's feeling a lot better about himself after that one, but that is an absolute monster of a scrum.
And we were
for the
talking about
Dragons.
this is what the fresh subs, especially in the front row for this Sunnybank Dragons team, they were brought on for. They wanted to really put the foot down and push them back. And we see here they just go straight through the middle of the East scrum. Followed up, Kingy lingering around the back. He knew it was coming his way. Picks it up, gets the try. Signed, sealed, delivered.
And as always, the back's getting all the glory, forwards doing all the work. But, you know, you can't have it all. They're all the best looking out there. But that's exactly what the Dragons can do. They just absolutely pump you. They're big, they're strong. And they just absolutely decimated that Tigers scrum there.
Well, and I think it's quite reflective in the scoreline today. About 1-2. The Dragons have just been vigilant. They've been hungry. And they've made the Tigers play their game today.
They have. They've dragged them into their style of footy. Even with ball in hand, the Tigers are playing the same expansive type of footy, and it's worked on occasion, but the Dragons
they were too heavily reliant on being within 30 metres to score. They couldn't find an answer to break Sunnybank's defence. And there's another 2, and it'll bring down the half century. Sunnybank up 50 points to 24. with only minutes remaining in this second half. And I think that's been the biggest thing here, Jay, that they haven't been able to get out of their half very effectively unless, you know, maybe Sunnybank have given away a penalty, which gives them a way to do it.
Exactly. That's what it was, is they're just not finding a way to build pressure inside their own
and that
half.
was a sailing take from Ganita. Sunnybank, they might be 26 points up, but they're playing it like it's 0-0. They want more. Kingy, little offload. It's Tarina McLean. McLean does well. Oh, Kingy gets the offload out. There's Den Hood. Kingy off the back, a little bit of an offload. Mella, nearly gets away, nearly gets around Oromia with the dummy. There's Mahina barrels through. East defence. McIntyre flings it out, finds Lucas, the Blonde brothers. Lucas, big show and go, breaks through. Pritchard. Kingy again, flings it out. McIntyre, kick in the field of play. Is anyone home? Yes, they are. Counter-attack on for East now. Oh, and he's going to go out. Great pressure from Jake McIntyre. That'll be another attacking line-out for the Dragons coming up.
Their kicking game has just been spectacular, but this is who Jake McIntyre is. He's a fantastic marshaller of players, but his kicking game is just so spot on all the time. Always has been through schoolboy. You know, that's why he's played all those rep honors coming up, and that's why he plays such a high grand football.
Oh, and Kingy, a bit of a fumble in the hand. And you know what the interesting thing is, and that is full time here. A convincing win to the Dragons. Finals hopes well and truly alive. They come away with the win now, sitting in they'll be on 37 points for this. Now, the thing is, for me, when I look at this, I think they've just sent a big message to Jeeps.
They have just shouted from the rooftops that they are right in the mixer. Obviously, we know Jeeps went down to West about a month or so ago. Sunnybank have done the same thing, but they've come back and they're saying we're right in this.
Well, that's it. We look what's to come. They've got Jeeps, Norse and Brothers. I can see them, you know, making anywhere from 10 to 12 points around there. If they can get the win off against Jeeps, I think it'll be a hard battle, but it'll be a close battle. So, you know, you can see a potential 10 to 14 points there for them coming up. But let's talk about what's happened right now. The big one, 50 points to 24. And I think what really is the proof in the pudding, Jay, is that the tackle counts are almost similar. And in light of the point difference, I think it shows some of the weaknesses in the East defence today.
Exactly. Look, it was defensively very tough for the Tigers because they were running off their feet. Because if you look at it there, turnovers conceded and handling errors. That's 25 occasions where they have spilled the beans, released the pressure off this Dragons outfit, and all the Dragons did was took their opportunities and absolutely pumped them as a result.
And, you know, this is actually something that might be a bit of a credit to the Dragons here. The penalties conceded 7-3. We talked about the fact that a lot of the East tries came off the back of a well-placed penalty followed by a well-placed kick and then their set piece that followed after. So if Sunnybank cut those tries out, those penalties out, we would have seen a very different scoreline today. And, you know, across the board, 55-45 for territory and possession. Dragons were just, they came straight from the first whistle in the first half and they were going until the closing whistle of the second half.
They absolutely dictated everything that happened here today. The Tigers clawed back a little bit in that sort of third quarter there, but, you know, they never really looked in it until the Dragons let them in it. So that was a dominant, all-round, strong performance from Sunnybank today.
All right, let's have a look at the game that was. We're going to have a look at our replays for the day. We saw this. It really opened up the account. What a great combination between McIntyre and Lalawhifi. They go across, kick and chase, and Lalawhifi opens up the account.
And then obviously we saw here, finds Lalawassa, got it out to Isaac Lucas, who for mine was the best player on the field today. Out on the wing, Lalawhifi back inside, backing up Jake McIntyre, who again has absolutely played the house down. And then this was here, the east side, where they were trying to get around the outside here, but they were just off. Small things like this.
But we saw that a few times today. They were they were looking for those edges too hard, and those big floating passes, it was a bit hospitally when they should have been doing this straight up the middle. Richie Asiata, when they got within striking distance, he always starts the party.
I'd be putting him in a 10 if I was Anthony Canellan. But then we saw here, it was Jeffrey Farmasili looked like he got over, but then it was Isaac Fines getting this pill back. Quick tap, gets it out to So'oi Malilungi, who one-on-one with David Yabsley was going to go over every day of the week.
They called the East defence really in that instance. And we see here's a guy that really blew into this game. It was Kimami Siduati. He really started this play out, and we see the good linking up, eventually linking up with, ITM, Sevens, Samoa Sevens, Richie Achong. Richie Achong, definitely one of the best on field for Sunnybank. They had a really great game, I felt. And we see it was just that want that Sunnybank had around the breakdowns. They were following up on their passes all the time. And this guy, I don't think anyone would be as happy as he would be right now. He's been out of action for 2 rounds, and he's come back, and it's been a massive win for him.
Yeah, humongous game from Isaac Fines Lelawasa, just putting the stamp on it. But this one here, the inside ball to Richie Archong, who then gets it to Junior Lalawifi. As I said at the time, the fact that Richie Archong's come off his right wing to link up on the left with the left winger is a great sign of the Dragon style of play.
And here we go. They linked up again. There was this massive floating pass that goes out wide to find Richie Achong. And I dare say a lot of those backs, in the back three, I think they might have got 2 apiece today.
Yeah, I definitely think they did. They were all over it, and then we obviously saw this was the sort of comeback. Maxi Allen going over. Great run down the right side by Max Allen again.
That pass.
And then Horomia in the midfield against his old club, strolling straight through, and they gave him a sniff, made him think they might be in.
And you see, I think there was a little bit of a scare there, but this is when Sunnybank really, they started to come back, and it was this after here, actually, Horomia showing his ability, finds the man out wide and sets up Toby White. And see, this is where we started to think, are the Tigers going to start coming back now? Not much time, but they've just rapidly scored. But I think that period of play there really tired them out. Farmasili came back off the bench from his yellow card with some fresh subs. Kingy slams one down to the corner, and that was kind of, I think, summed up the position of the game right there. Finished off in such a manner. Sunnybank definitely, I think, are looking top contenders when it's coming to finals time.
They are looking dominant, and they are looking dangerous. So if I was any side inside the top 4 or looking to get in there, watch your back, because they're going to be coming right at you.
And obviously, maybe we're going to get some results coming through from the other grounds right now. But let's have a special mention to the sponsors who support club and grassroots rugby, including Sunnybank's major sponsor, Car Record, and for East, their major sponsor, Cromwell. Now, before you go, Jay, let's have a quick look at what's going on in Clubland next week. Now, Sunnybank versus Jeeps, that is going to be, I think, if we see the Sunnybank side that fronted up today against Jeeps, it is going to be an absolute, I don't know, I don't even know which way it's going to go. I feel like it's going to be a very 50-50 affair based on how Uni's gone today. They were up nearly 40 points, over 40 points at halftime to South. I'm thinking the Tigers have got an even bigger task on their hands next week between Bond and West. I think that's going to be a good one. Bond have been in form a bit though, Jay, and they did Pitt Brothers last week.
They did. They did the number on them, and they were right in it at halftime today against Chiefs. So we know that they've got the cattle. They just haven't been clicking. But who knows what happens? West have got the bye today. Next week they're going to be coming out firing after a big win last week.
And I mean, we talked about it. West, statistically, they've got. If you had to say who's got the best road for maximising points and getting a finals spot out of those, those 3 teams, Souths, Wests and East, my bets are on West.
Yeah, 100%. As we were saying just before, they've got a good run leading into the finals. Tigers have got an absolute horror run leading into it.
Yeah, in hindsight, actually, Souths aren't a bad side. Like, they've got the ability to play good rugby, and Brothers are on the same page. I think next week, that result between Brothers and Souths, that's going to be one of the more interesting ones, because if Souths go down there, it means that I think it really opens up the the hallway for West to come through and take out and get to finals.
I think it just means you're only going to be looking at 5 teams instead of 6 getting in that mix.
And probably the horrible news, we don't have you for the next 2 weeks, do we?
No,
Taking a break. They're kicking him out of the country. Anyway, well, Jay, we're at that point of the show where we say thank you very much for joining us, and I guess we'll see you back in round 18.
Final round of the season, and I'm absolutely champing at the bit.
Awesome.
Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Jay Staunton. As usual, it is time to say goodbye for another week. It's been fantastic rugby this afternoon. Big congratulations to Sunnybank for the big win. As always, we'll be back next week. My name is Martin Lippiett. Thank you very much for tuning in, and good evening.